Now to a story you'll see only here on Western Mass News. A West Springfield teen needs your help as he battles a newly diagnosed heart defect that's led to a heart failure and the need for a transplant.
After only 2 weeks in the hospital, the bills are quickly adding up and the end is nowhere in sight. Western Mass News reporter Sabrina Riley has more on how you can help.
This is Devin Jones, a typical 13-year-old boy who loves basketball, football, hockey, and video games.
He's a caring boy, loving boy. Very considerate of others.
Characteristics his mom, Sherry Carlson, says he's known for. But in mid-October, his world was turned upside down after coming down with a cough that wouldn't go away.
They did a test for COVID that was negative, and then they also tested for pneumonia, which that was negative as well.
But by October 27th, his condition quickly worsened to the point of hospitalization.
They did a chest x-ray and realized his heart was enlarged. So at that point, they brought us up to the ICU in Bay State. He had an echo done of his heart, and then the doctor came in and told me that he was in heart failure.
They decided at that point to transfer Devin from Bay State Medical Center in Springfield all the way to Boston Children's Hospital.
From there, things just went downhill. He just got sicker and sicker.
After 4 open heart surgeries with 4 different attempts to salvage his heart, medical experts decided a heart transplant was the only solution.
We're an A1 status on the heart transplant list, which means basically he's at the top of the list. They didn't really give an exact, time. They said it could be a few days, it could be 1 to 2 months, they don't really know.
But unfortunately, until they find a heart that Devin matches with, he will have to stay in a medically induced coma.
I'm very scared for when he wakes up to kind of tell him all this because, again, he has no idea even what's going on. They're hoping to try to wake him up before we get a heart so they can at least explain that he needs a heart transplant before he actually gets one.
And with the transplant will come a lifestyle change no 13-year-old wants to face.
He's not going to be able to do a lot of the things that he wanted to do. He wanted to go into the military. Unfortunately, with a heart transplant, they won't take him. He wanted to play high school football when he got into, West Springfield High.
Speaking to Western Mass News from her hotel room in Boston with her daughter Ashley, Sherry is determined to stay strong for her son, while also staying by his side.
Some days I just cry and cry and cry. Other days I'm okay. I'm just strong. But emotionally, it's just very draining on both of us. To just see your child laying in a bed with all these machines hooked up, and also he's in an induced coma. As a mom, you want to do stuff to help your kids, and I there's nothing I can do. So it's hard for me to just stand there and look at him and just know that I can't do anything for him.
And as the days have stretched into weeks with no end in sight, between the hospital and hotel bills, finances are tight.
I was already unemployed due to COVID. I lost my job back in April. So my only income was my unemployment, and this has just been a big strain on us.
That's why a GoFundMe account was set up for the family to help.
Everyone that's already donated to the GoFundMe, it's amazing to me that people that don't even know us are just supporting us, and that's been helping us as well.
And if you're able to donate anything at all, you can find a link to this GoFundMe on our website, westernmassnews.com. For Western Mass News, I'm Sabrina Riley.